So today we are recording our active learning podcast. So much has been happening in the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and in the last week it has been absolutely hellish for our community, for our Muslim brothers and sisters, Black, brown, Asian, people of color all over the UK right now. There's anxiety in cities that's fully impacted. There's anxiety for families that are far away, reaching out to see how people are doing. So much is going on. And I've been on my social media for the last 6-7 days. So one thing that I've done is I have deleted my X account, Twitter. I've deleted that. I've removed myself from that. So I encourage you all to do the same. There's not really much that we're going to get from those spaces other than to see the division that's been created and the fuel that the founder of X is attempting to fuel in terms of continue to destabilize our society. I've also deleted my TikTok because, that's where everything is being streamed. So I've removed that as well. This week's really trying to put in a little bit, trying to put in a little bit of self-care, especially in the work that we do. For those of us who are in the anti-racism space, trying to encourage more voices from organizations to stand in solidarity with people. Even if you don't have diversity in your organization, it might be the case for some organization. You don't have people that are from the communities that are impacted. Your voice is still important. So whatever's happening outside of your workplace, right now, just as it happened in the 70s and the 80s, we need unity. We need to unite our voices and come together. And we also need to start to challenge the root issues. So starting first with the root issues in terms of the language, the divisive language that our government have engaged in the last 14 years, the last government that was in power. So starting with that divisive language, but then we also want to talk to the government now to, when they say, for example, Keir Starmer said that he's comfortable with calling it what it is, and he stopped at just simply far right. Calling everyone that's on that street far right is not really going to help anything to move forward. There are a few people in there that have genuine concerns in terms of what's happening in our society. We don't have the resources that we need in terms of housing, our health, our, be it you're working or not working, there's no actual benefits that we're getting in the country right now. And of course, then you have a few that are using that to then put that into the racist agenda in terms of attacking people that previous government have used as excuses. So this is what I'm doing now, is creating resources and content for organizations. So I'm putting all of that into a podcast because I'm finding that I'm writing every single day. Some of you who I work with, you probably received multiple emails from me. I haven't heard much. There's a lot of heads in the sand at the moment. And especially up here in Scotland, there's not really a lot of engagement from employers, organizations that made pledges and promises in 2020 in terms of becoming anti-racist. Somehow they're not connecting the dot with this one. Yeah, creating content, looking after my well-being of the people around me, and let's focus on that unity. And for us to have the unity, we need to face up to the uncomfortable reality that racism is deep. It exists in the UK. It's something that we've been saying for such a long time, but now it's manifesting in the violence and riots that we're seeing in our streets. And if we don't do anything about it, it will continue to grow. So that's not to sow in some fear, but that is more of we just need to act. We need to come together. We need to put our voices together, our heads together, and find ways to make our society better and make it safe for all of us.